was 1 in every 98, now it's 1 in 50. With boys, it's 1 in 24, roughly. And they say it's going to be even more by 2020. There's different factors for that. We're not going to focus on that. We just want to go straight to how to deal with it. Okay? So this is our mission. We want to make our environment better for the families, for the kids, and for everybody. Because the more that we know, the more that we can love. That's what we talk about, to know is to love is to know. And I would like to present our speakers today. My wife and I, my name is Alberto Montes, they call me Pochi. You guys can call me Pochi. Now we're family. That's my nickname. Everybody knows me by Pochi, so I'm Pochi for you guys. And my wife, Carolina Montes, she's in the back. And we're the proud parents of Fernando and Sarah. They're back there. Fernando, in the red shirt. There's Fernando and Sarita, the little one. And we're passionate about increasing autism awareness, like I said, and helping and supporting other families. So that's why we do what we do, and we love it. We also have Liliana Blanco, over here. She's a speech pathologist and behavior therapist. She has experience working with children who have special needs, and she desires to help meet the parents' needs by empowering them in tangible skills. And also our friend Amanda Tortal, she's a Sabbath school teacher and with her bachelor's degree in elementary education and master's in social work. She loves working with children and their families and wants to help churches to have an inclusive environment as well. So that's our team, okay? So we created a good team, and God put us together really because ours, you know. There's a necessity to do this, and really, by supporting, by doing all this, we're going to create a better environment in our churches. What is God's view in all this? Psalms 139, verses 13 to 14 says, "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, and I know that full well." That's what God says, right? He's our creator. He also, in 1 Corinthians 12:18, but in fact, God has placed all the parts of the body, every on them, just as He wanted them to be. This is important because He knows what He's doing. And we also talk about the body of Christ. Each member of the body of Christ, of the church, is important. So our kids with special needs, they're part of it. Somehow, they could be equipped to know Christ. And we need to make that inclusion. Okay? They're capable of doing that, and we believe it. This, I mentioned the name, I said at the beginning, our vision is to create awareness within the churches and our communities. That every single individual with exceptional needs could feel part of it, don't be left out. It's really hard for a parent to come to a church environment. Let's be honest. When we have kids with special needs, it's hard to keep them in control. And sometimes we don't know, as church members, how to help the family or help the kid. We need to learn together. So this is what this is about. And our vision is to, in the future, this won't be an issue. This will be a blessing. Okay? So this is what we do, and we love it. And I hope you guys will get a blessing out of this workshop. So we're going to talk about parents' view. And my lovely wife, Carolina, is going to come and present that part for you guys. So let's pay attention. I'm going to switch and stay with my kids back there.
so my name is Carolina, and I have a beautiful boy. He's smart. He's 2 years old, they told me. And he's really funny. But also, it happened that he's also is in the spectrum, of autism spectrum. And when we got his diagnosis, he was 3. And we were seeing some speech delays, and he didn't want to repeat, you know, to the kid, hey, repeat this or do this, and he immediately would shut down, he wouldn't say anything. He actually enjoyed to play by himself, and the type of game that he would like to do is really repetitive. He will repeat the same thing over and over again. Also, we noticed that he has 0 interest to interact with people. So in that sense, we went, okay, something is up here. Every time somebody comes to the house, he will run and go to the room. So when we got that diagnosis, it was a really hard day. But at the same time, thankfully, we had a lot of help within the family and also our church. It's been a long road, ups and downs, good days and bad days. But now he's 7, and even though we have more road to come and more practice and more therapy to do, he has come a long way. And we also are the first witnesses and see how amazing he's doing and how he responds to the therapies and all the love that we have given him. So he actually takes more better to do all what we do. I'm here as a mom to tell you if it's any mom or any uncle, any dad, any sister, or if in your family is a kid with autism. Okay, I know it's hard. There will be days that you don't want to do anything, you just want to cry, you just want to do anything, period. But you need to keep on going. Yes, it is hard. It is also beautiful because you become whatever you need to become. As a mom, you have a lot of pressure because the behavior of the kid is going to say a lot of how you are as a mom. Right? If the kid is a really good behavior, all right, then it should be a really good mom behind that kid. But when your kid has certain attitudes or certain behaviors, then for you as a mom, it's become not only the pressure that you don't know what to do with the kid, but also what everyone also is saying, everyone is looking at you in that sense. But for example, when your kid has medicine because he's sick, then you become a nurse. When your kid has a problem with the homework, then you become the teacher. But when you have to go that even farther and become their voices and become whatever they need to do for you to help them, then you become that, and you find in you that strength that you didn't know you have. So that for me it's been a beautiful role in that sense. Also, I'm here to take you to church. That for us is a learning process. Every kid is different in the spectrum. You don't want to see it. This kid with autism is going to be super different to other kids with autism. But as a parent, we need to learn that the process and how we communicate with them, what is work for him, in my case for him or for her, what is the way to communicate. So in that process, if you are around and you see something, you instead of be well, I don't know what to do, you also can be part of that inclusion that we're going to talk and how we can do it, because it's really normal. We know sometimes, well, I don't know what to do, right? She's a mom. But to be part of that, we need you to. As a parents, we need the church to be included, to be, willing to do it. Yes. I would also to say that Fernando is so amazing. We are working intentionally for him to get better, good tools, for him to be a better person, like I have those tools of independence in the future. We don't want to change him because he has a really beautiful soul, but we want people around him and for him to be the best that he can in the way he is. Thank you. Alright, that takes me to the first slide over here. It says, this is Fernando didn't want to do anything. It was just a bad day. And I just told my mom really, sentimental, and I was just crying. I don't know what to do. I know what I'm doing wrong. And I know he can, and I need to push him, and, all that. And I was just throwing everything on her. And I was just listening. I didn't know what to do. I really didn't know. And she just listened, and she really didn't know what she was saying. I mean, she didn't know at that moment that what she said to me, and that persistent moment, that changed the way I was raising Fernando. That was like a switch in my mind, and I was like, I had everything right here in my front, and I didn't see it. She just said to me, Carolina, you have an amazing kid. He has just a different timing. He will get there. He has just a different timing. It for me was like, for me was so amazing to understand that he has a different way to be and to being. And I have to look at him in the same way. And I have to, instead of pushing him to, oh, this is the rule, you're supposed to be doing this at this age. No. I need to now look at him and say, okay, how he can connect with me, and how I can help you to reach whatever you need to do. It's not my time, it's his time. So a lot of patience is key. He won't do it at the first day, and the second day. It will take a long time sometimes. And some of the kids will respond really fast, but it takes a lot of patience. Also, flexibility. It's really connected, but for me, to understand that when you're teaching a skill, it's not only only therapy or one only technique that he's gonna learn that skill. But in the process, while he's learning that, not only patient, but be flexible, because it's going to be different things that you're going to have to be creative in that moment. For example, Fernando had a really hard time coming to the church, especially. But in public spaces, but especially church, because it's a place where there's a lot of people, and there are doors, the sound, and all that at the same time. And he would start crying, literally crying, like somebody was trusting him. Like he was just crying and get really desperate. And when he was little, you can, pick him up and make him go inside. But as he was growing, it was getting really, really hard. So we use different techniques. EMS when I come and she helped me a lot with him. But one of the things that we did was, for example, we do like a visual book. So like a picture, we're gonna start taking pictures of everybody. Boom, 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 and smile for me, smile for me, smile for me. And during the week, I will show it to him. Oh, this is the pastor, this is that, so it will be familiar to him. Also, we work in different routines. Routines like this that I know Eliana and Amanda is going to talk about that. But like this is like in the morning you need to shower, you need to brush your teeth, you need to do this and that. I use that routine at the same time. Every time you go to the church, we go to the bathroom first, for example, and then we go and we need to sit down, etc., etc. But to get all that routine done, sometimes it will take, he will just go to the first sometimes and okay, you get a break in 5 minutes and then you'll come back to the shower and stuff like that. It will take a lot of patience and be flexible in that sense. And at least he wasn't crying. At least he was, he was trying. You can tell, just give the rewards when he is doing something. He's not doing everything you expected him to do, but he's doing it. He's trying to do it. So that part as a mom, and then also as a church to see, for example, to make him sit down, he will take probably 5 minutes and he try to get up and want to run and stuff like that. And then, mama has to, try to put him down and stuff like that. Sometimes daddy has to put him literally on his back, whereas, at least mama will take a break and I can hear the sermon and stuff. But also the church, in that sense, was so amazing with that because, like, every time the kid do something, you don't do this. Okay, what is a mama? What is it? No, we are from Maya. We know what we have done. And we know what the kid is doing. So the church that we part of that inclusion, so we can help him, we can physically go and check the kid, at least not make that mom even feel even worse, you know, that okay, what the kid is doing, or we know what we're doing, we're just trying for him to figure out the way, or you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to be doing the other, you know, sit down in this case, sitting down in this case. Also, okay. Next part, not compassion but understanding. As a mom, there is nothing more discouraging when somebody has compassion for you or your kid. We don't need compassion, we just need understanding. You see the difference? Like, we don't need somebody telling you, like when your kid is having a tantrum, oh, that must be really hard for you. I really don't know how to do it. I really don't know. Even if that's true, I mean, in that moment, it's like, for us, it's like even harder to deal with because, like I said, it's a learning. We're learning how to deal, learning how to communicate with the kid. And that one, so it's like the process, comments like that is just, it's really, really hard. Also, comments like, yeah, instead of saying that, you said, what can I help you? Alright? We are more than willing to receive the help. Instead, no, I don't know how to deal with it. How can I help you? What do you do at home when he does that? Can I help you? No, it's not like everybody's going to come at the same time, right? That person, one person that comes, do you need water? What do you do at home? What can I do for you? And in that way, the mom will feel understanding, and at the same time, we're more willing to come back and try it again and again. And all the time, the times that he will need for him to, understand that what he needs to do in church. Also,